Welcome back to the vlog, another gardening video, and at the end of May the potatoes are going so well they were starting to flower, so we got one out because we thought that was the right time to get one out to check to see if they were ready, but well, they weren't. Thankfully we were able to put them back so we didn't ruin the roots and stuff like that. So because yeah, there was one big one that wasn't usable, but there were lots of yet white ones that were, you know, still to be used. So yeah, we managed to put it back in, and it seems to have been growing since then. It did seem to continue to grow since we put it back in. It's not recommended, but yeah, that's the situation with the potatoes anyway. They are still going, but today we are putting the Brussel sprouts into their final locations, and everything seems to be going well. So a few weeks ago we tried to pull up a potato because it starts to flower and thought, well, are the potatoes ready? Turns out they weren't, but we were able to put it back, and it seems like it hasn't caused any issues. Able to put it, well, okay, a few bad leaves on that one. Can't even see them. Okay, there we go. Yeah, those ones are gone, so I have to pull them off. And that one looks bad too. So they were looking good last week, but yeah, some of the leaves have gone on it. How are the other flowers doing? Because there were flowers on some of the other plants too.
Yeah, I can't see any flowers aren't there. They should be forming seed pods. Here's flowers, here look.
Oh, there's one there, yep.
So,
And that one, they're standing up really tall too, unlike the ones in those ones.
to be fair, it is a deeper tub in here, which I think might make all the difference. You need tubs that are deep enough.
Well, these ones are standing up. It's like these ones that haven't been, you know,
Could be
standing
getting
up.
too much sun, I don't know.
Yeah, we moved it once we tried to take one of them out,
Yeah.
and we've left it on there ever since. And they seem to be doing less well over there.
Whatsoever, so it's not normally a problem with potatoes.
But these ones, every other tub seems to be growing very tall and straight.
Yeah, the onions are doing nicely.
Those ones, yes. Look at them,
Amazing.
thick. And do we need any more soil? Because bottom of the
I
bowl.
don't think so.
And no weeds too, because it hasn't really been. Well, apart from this one right here.
Okay, I'll pull the sucker.
But there haven't been any because I assume there's been no wind. And
Well, there's been very little wind until the last couple of days.
exactly.
As you say,
So you can't. The seeds can't blow into them.
well, no, wind-borne seeds certainly.
These ones are still taking a lot longer, but that one looks good,
Yeah, they'll catch up.
and that one's all right as well. It's nice and thick anyway. So the bad leaves, there are a bunch of bad leaves down there, but the ones that are dead, but there's still enough there.
Yeah, I'll leave them on for now.
And how about the peppers?
Is the poke through there? A few little.
Oh, there's the tiny bit there.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that enough to move it? And what about that onion as well? Because we don't give that enough water because
Oh, it's
the peppers don't get enough
hanging
water.
on in there.
Yeah, we need.
Might need a replant, I suppose.
Yeah, a replant could help.
It's possible. Look, few
Yeah,
little rootless.
tiny. Let's see. Yeah,
So come the weekend, we shall try and put them into something bigger.
indeed. But today will be sprouts. I hope. Well, because that one won't have. That one was slightly behind, so
Yeah. Well,
that won't
we
be quite
need
ready yet.
Need a bit of time to catch up.
they're growing. The peppers are doing all right. How are our good friends the tomatoes? That's supposed to be a Stargate quote.
I think.
The leaves certainly look like they
Well,
need
they
more
curl
water.
because they're in direct sunlight, so it's going through
Protect
an awful lot of
themselves.
water. Or
So-
just dehydrate. Let's put.
No more
tomatoes.
secondaries.
The thing is, that it's not very. No, I don't think so. It's not very thick, not very deep. The thing, so I've not developed a particularly good root system. I mean, there's roots. They'll be all packed with roots, but generally speaking,
the roots will be going more sideways than down.
exactly. They like.
But there's a lot of
they like
space
deep dips.
sideways though.
Well, one hopes so.
you'd hope. But yeah, the leaves are protecting themselves from sun. Water them at night, we should be. But look at the flowers on these though. Flowers looking good.
Flowers means loads of tomatoes eventually. But the thing is with tomatoes, you've got to give them tons and tons of water.
Yep. Yeah, certainly last weekend it finally really warmed up. So after a cold April, nicely mild May. So we are looking at these. Look at those leaves. Looking good. Can we check the bottom? Because I'm assuming they haven't gone through the floor.
I don't think so. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, that's just dirt. Even the one in the short, even the not so deep one is looking decent as well, which was the problem with the other ones that died in the small containers.
Could have splashed up when we were watering, but doing really nicely.
I assume they'll just remain in here since they've actually been growing in here. We might as well keep the Brussels sprouts in here.
A tad extra warmth, I guess, with all this glass.
Because when we put it in the sun, that's when the other ones died.
Well, they're getting sun and they're getting shade.
Exactly, so it's the perfect combination. The Brussels sprouts should, when they're replanted, should probably just stay in here. What is this stuff?
It's grow more. It's basically a mixture of phosphates and nitrates.
And what are they good for?
Sulfates. Well,
what are they supposed to do?
encourage growth. There's minerals in there. There'll be magnesium, potassium, all that sort of jazz.
And did you say they need to be at the bottom?
Well, yes and no. What we'll do with that, once the what we do is we generally speaking make a hole, put that in there, and of course it's soluble, so when it gets wet it'll
Sink.
sink.
The hardest one so far.
Put it upside down. Oh, and you support it with your hand.
And because it's dry, you can get the whole thing out.
Look at that root system.
Beautiful.
It's ready. Oh, there's an earwig there. Go away.
Ugh.
There's only an earwig. Go on.
Find
Get
it
lost, Wiggy.
along there. I just love how that looks on the side.
There we go. Nice roots there. That's why it's grown so well. Okay. Ah, nice. That's level with the top. Look, can you see?
Oh yeah. So now we've known what to put the soil up to.
Well, yeah, exactly so.
Thank goodness it's a dry day, because yeah, it wasn't all solid.
So what we do is grab some handfuls there.
There's a lot more than a few handfuls.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Don't we, with Brussels sprouts, need to trim some leaves at some point so
At
they can
some
keep growing?
point, yes.
That's what I remember
At the
from
moment,
the video.
I don't think so. I'll check that up again. When
Yeah.
the plant gets taller, we take the bottom leaves off, and it grows, starts to put little buds out for new leaves, and the little buds are actually what the Brussels sprouts are.
So if we don't take the leaves off, nothing grows from the things.
Yeah. But what we're doing now, we're putting this in a much bigger tub, and hopefully it'll grow a lot more, because you saw the roots have got all the way to the bottom.
And not to mention the shortest one at the back hasn't grown quite so much.
Yeah, we'll
because
put it in one of these tubs then.
Yeah, no, but that's why, because it doesn't have the height and the
Yeah.
width.
That was about as deep as the hole went, so that was cool. Let's try this beauty first. So, fingers either side to support the plant. I'm going to turn it over. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Looks
Look at that
good.
root system.
Look at that. It has reached the bottom, so that's
Whoa.
good.
It's fully apart a bit.
Okay, it fell apart a bit, so you had to
Oh,
sort of rush it.
yeah, so I had to turn it over rather quickly. That's from the original seedling, so that can go. Oh, hold it up a bit.
What about that?
Yes. Just want to put some. Sorry, is it in the middle? It's not in the middle, is it?
Yeah, not quite.
Not quite, okay. So what I'll do is just lamb.
I'll hold it while you put the soil in.
there.
Ha, you should have broken it.
Yeah, well, not necessarily on
And there's
the-
one down here.
Leave that one on for the moment. It looks moderately healthy and unnibbled. And last one.
I hope we have enough soil for this last one.
I think so. Just.
Not to mention for one of those old containers.
Well, yeah, but they. Yeah.
They don't need so much, though.
Hopefully, they won't need so much.
Okay, there's one bad leaf in there.
That's okay. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Make it quick this time because the last one started to crumble a bit.
It's dry. Ooh, so it's this one.
Uh-oh.
Okay, wait, whoop.
Oh, okay, put it in.
I'm going to keep that soil.
This isn't quite as solid. Yeah, put the hold the bottom.
Yeah, well. Okay, that's if not level with the top, then
Slightly
in the right
under.
ballpark. That.
Right. I assume no water for now because it's in the sun, but later
Yeah,
we put some water in
put
it.
give some
It's
water.
not standing up, which is a bit annoying. That one.
Yeah. Well, it kind of grew slightly sideways. See, look, the stem there's done a little bit of a U-bend there, and that leaf's come off. Oh.
Yeah, so we need to lean it a bit and then put soil around it to make it stand up. I don't know if this is a problem or not. There might be one small problem. I don't know if it's just one plant or two in there at the moment for that.
Yeah, I did wonder. We shall see. Unfortunately, we've got 3 pots.
Yeah, we're fortunate, yes.
Let's have a look.
Now, the question is, are there two?
Let's find out. I think there's 2. Looks like 2, don't you think?
Yeah, but can we
The
split
root
them up?
systems are somewhat intermingled. Aha! Okay.
You did it.
Finessed it. So,
So, two tubs.
whatever.
Do we need a bit more compost then, since we've had to pretty much destroy...
Well, no,
That went really well.
I thought so.
So a little bit.
Yeah, smidge.
Some grow more and compost.
Compost is here, so I'll put compost in first.
Yeah.
Better grow more.
Yep, there's a grow more.
That should be enough. Not relatively speaking.
It's
Make a hole. Oh, we could do some water actually,
water first.
just to put in there to encourage the roots. You know that small white plastic container? In that hole, I'll splash in this hole.
One at a time.
Yes. That's it. And in that one.
Oh, wait. We might as well wait and do that one first. Of course, it's bendy like all the other ones.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Now that
Bend
tiny
it,
root ball
be-
should go all the
yeah,
way down. With
yeah.
it. Up.
Bend it like a sprout.
That'll do.
It seems a more substantial root ball than the other one,
Well, we shall see.
marginally.
It will have taken a teeny bit of damage going in there, but
Or we're trying to separate them up, yeah. But we may have got lucky to have two of them.
There we
I
go.
thought we only had one. Maybe a bit more soil, or is that enough?
No, that's fine. That will compact. Well, maybe actually, yeah, that will compact down once we water it because there's lots of air gaps.
And
in
that
there.
one, like that one, yeah. Considering most of the sprouts are dying, I'm grateful for the 5 we do have.
Indeed. So that's the.
Stand up until the wind blows over.
Well, hopefully there's going to be less wind in here. Holes in the greenhouse wall all standing.
Their final resting places, the Brussels sprouts, apart from those two at the back.
Those two at the back will catch up in good time.
We don't need any fencing for it, I'm assuming?
We might, if the pigeons suddenly discover they're there, but we have got more netting that we can put. The easiest way would be to put netting over the door.
Yeah.
Because the door won't open.
Shall we do that
close.
now or another day?
Another day, because
Okay.
things to do.
Okay. They made some progress with the sprouts, considering they were almost dead. Most of them were dead when we had them indoors. I'm very, very happy that we've got them to this point. Hopefully they can grow even more now. There's thunder and lightning during stream on Monday, so I closed the window. I don't leave it very open at all. I leave it like on the latch like that. Not much of a gap for anything to fly in. split that's a bit of airing, so that's what I end up normally doing. And yeah, the potatoes have had a few problems, some of them. Everything else is heading in the right direction, and yeah, the sprouts are in that direction. So to summarise, when we moved the potatoes to dig one up, we didn't put it back in its usual spot, and some of the plants and leaves have gone. Maybe it's like it's only happened since we changed the location, so maybe it's a bit too difficult to ignore, but there have been some diseased plants and stems on the potatoes, but everything else is looking really good. So, and especially in the last week or so, it's finally got to summer temperatures, so yeah, if it's in the sun it's really warm, so gotta be careful having things out in the sun. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the future vlog, and as always, don't forget your banter. So yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys on the future stream, and as always, or future video blooper.